Namaste, hello, and welcome back to another video on Hamsavahini Vajraasthra. I'm Awhona, and today's video is going to be about my TBR for Historathon 2023. Now, I know it's a bit late for introducing this TBR, but I just stumbled across this readathon while I was watching one of the videos of one of my friends here on booktube, who is Mariana from Book Zealots, and I did find Historathon very, very interesting. So Historathon is an annual readathon which has been subdivided into 4 quarters, and I'm looking forward to reading for the first quarter, which is from January to March, which is prehistory. So I'll be sharing my TBR with you. Now, Historathon has been hosted by the following lovely hosts. So now let me take you through my TBR, so do please join me further in this video. So now let's come around to the books that I'll be reading. So the first book that I'm picking up is called The Lost Civilization of Lemuria, The Rise and Fall of the World's Oldest Culture by Frank Joseph. Now, this is a controversial book, and a lot of information in this book has been biased. So I'm not too sure, and I can't really reveal what exactly the point of controversy is, but I did read in the reviews that there's a lot of biased viewpoints which has been offered by the author. However, since this is about Lemuria, which is almost as ancient as Atlantis, and it got lost just like Atlantis did, I am quite interested in reading about it. So from the back of the book, it reads as: long before Hurricane Katrina's devastation of New Orleans, there was destruction of Lemuria. Oral traditions in Polynesia recounts the story of a splendid kingdom carried to the bottom of the sea by a mighty warrior wave far greater than the tsunami that struck Indonesia in December 2004. This lost realm has been cited in numerous other indigenous traditions spanning the globe, from Australia and Asia to the coasts of both South and North America. It was known as Lemuria or Mu, a vast realm of islands and archipelagos that once sprawled across the Pacific Ocean. Relying on 10 years of research and extensive travel, Frank Joseph offers a compelling picture of this motherland of humanity, which he suggests was the original Garden of Eden. Using recent deep-sea archaeological finds, enigmatic glyphs and symbols, the ancient records that document the story of this sunken world, Joseph painstakingly recreates a picture of this civilization in which people lived in rare harmony and possessed a sophisticated technology that allowed them to harness the weather, defy gravity, and conduct genetic investigations far beyond what is possible today. When disaster struck Lemuria, the survivors made their way to other parts of the world, incorporating their scientific and mystical skills into the existing cultures of Asia, Polynesia, and Americas. Totem poles of the Pacific Northwest, architecture in Thailand, the colossal stone statues on Easter Island, and even the perennial philosophies all reveal their kinship to this now vanished civilization. So that is what this book encompasses. So looking forward to reading this. Now, the next book that I'll be picking up is a book which has been sitting on my bookshelf for quite a while, and it's Pagan Britain by Ronald Hutton. And Ronald Hutton does not need any introduction. He is one of the most favorite and most popular authors of British history. And from the back of this book, it reads as, in this enthralling account of paganism in Britain from the Paleolithic age to the arrival of Christianity, the author explores new evidence concerning pagan beliefs and rituals and the meanings of such sacred sites at Stonehenge and Avebury. So this is something which I have been trying to get my hands on. So yes, Historathon 2023 gives me the perfect opportunity to do so. Now, the third book that I'll be picking up is a very short read, and it is called The Greeks by H.D.F. Keto. I believe it is one of the very basic books when it comes to understanding Greek civilization, the ancient Greek civilization, that is. So from the back of the book, it reads as, a triumph of balance and condensation. The Greeks were extraordinary, not least because they evolved a totally new conception of what human life was for. Justifying and elaborating on that, H.D.F. Keto explores the life, culture, history of classical Greece, bringing to his subject the passion, wit, and insight that have made this brief introduction a world-famous classic. Now, following in the same vein as the last book, which I just shared with you, a supporting companion within history books is Greek Society by Anthony Andrews. And I just hope you can see the cover of this book because my ring light is shining on it. So please do excuse me for that. So from the back of the book, it reads as, the civilization which fought off the Persian invasion of 480 BC tore itself apart in the long Peloponnesian War between Athens and Sparta in the late 5th century and was overpowered by Macedon in the latter part of the 4th century in the subject of Greek society. In this exciting study, Professor Andrews defines the basic and distinctive features of Greek society during the late archaic and classical eras. His central chapters are devoted to a survey of the Greek world according to its functional and occupational categories, and he examines in turns the tribes, the landowners, the peasants, colonists, traders, craftsmen, slaves, soldiers, and sailors who composed one of the greatest civilizations in history. So this will be an interesting companion to this particular book. So yes, these are the next two books on my TBR. Now, the last book on my TBR, which is one of the most interesting books amongst the books that I just shared with you, is Alexander the Great by Philip Freeman. I absolutely love the cover design of this book. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it really shows what Alexander is all about. So, from the back of the book, it reads as, he was a general of such skill and renown that for 2,000 years, every great leader from Hannibal to Napoleon studied his strategy and tactics. He established the greatest empires of the ancient world, ruling over a kingdom that stretched from the deserts of Egypt to the mountains of present-day Pakistan. Crowned at the age of 19, he was dead by 32. He was Alexander the Great. And in the first authoritative biography in generation, Philip Freeman tells the story of this great emperor. Born into the royal family of Macedonia, Alexander was tutored as a boy by Aristotle and had an agile, inquisitive mind. Shortly after taking command of the army, he launched an invasion of the Persian Empire, the first in a series of military campaigns that went farther and farther east. In his efforts to unify his kingdom, he spread Greek culture throughout the ancient world. Within a short time after Alexander's death in Baghdad, however, his empire began to fracture. In this lively biography, classical scholar and historian Philip Freeman chronicles Alexander's astonishing achievements and provides insight into the charismatic character of the great conqueror. Alexander made history as few individuals have. So I believe this will be one of my favorite reads. I really have very high hopes for this book. So that's the last book on my TBR. So that's all I have for this week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do please leave a comment and also leave a like, and also try and share this video around, and let me know if you are reading any of these books or if you have read any of them, and what you think about them in the comment section below. And with that, I'll be wrapping up this video. I'll see you soon next week with another video. So till then, take care, have a good reading week ahead, and namaste.